fired. Verb, to set something, often a building, on fire. Adjective, dismissed, let go from a job. Sigh. Noun, a deep, prolonged audible inhale and exhale of breath, as when fatigued, frustrated, grieved, or relieved. The act of sighing. Verb, to inhale a larger quantity of air than usual, and immediately expel it, to make a deep single audible respiration, especially as the result or involuntary expression of fatigue, exhaustion, grief, sorrow, frustration, or the like. Interjection, an expression of fatigue, exhaustion, grief, sorrow, frustration, or the like, often used in casual written contexts. Ninth. Noun, the person or thing in the ninth position. Verb, to lose a ninth. Adjective, the ordinal form of the number 9. Offers. Noun, a proposal that has been made. Verb, to propose or express one's willingness to do something. Noun, used in combinations from phrasal verbs. Agent noun of off. Smith. Noun, a craftsperson who works metal into desired forms using a hammer and other tools, sometimes heating the metal to make it more workable, especially a blacksmith. Spoke. Noun, a support structure that connects the axle or the hub of a wheel to the rim. Verb, to furnish a wheel with spokes. Hairdresser. Noun, a person who cuts or styles hair as an occupation or profession. Smiling. Verb, to have a smile on one's face. Noun, the action of the verb to smile. Adjective, that smiles or has a smile. Community. Noun, a group sharing a common understanding, and often the same language, law, manners, and/or tradition. Design. Noun, a specification of an object or process, referring to requirements to be satisfied and thus conditions to be met for them to solve a problem. Verb, to plan and carry out a picture, work of art, construction, etc. Frisbee. Noun, a disc-shaped gliding toy. Verb, to throw something in the manner of a frisbee. Spicy. Adjective, of, pertaining to, or containing spice. Oppression. Noun, the exercise of authority or power in a burdensome, cruel, or unjust manner. Deck. Noun, any raised flat surface that can be walked on. A balcony, a porch, a raised patio, a flat rooftop. Verb, to furnish with a deck. As a vessel. Hypochondriacs. Noun, a person affected with hypochondria. Settings. Noun, the time, place and circumstance in which something, such as a story or picture, is set. Context. Scenario. Binding. Verb, to tie, to confine by any ligature. Noun, an item, usually rope, tape, or string, used to hold two or more things together. Adjective, of an agreement, contract, etc., imposing stipulations or requirements that must be honored. Ketchup. Noun, a tomato vinegar-based sauce, sometimes containing spices, onion or garlic, and, especially in the U.S., sweeteners. Verb, to cover with ketchup. Spoilt. Verb, to strip someone who has been killed or defeated of their arms or armor. Adjective, having lost its original value. Mask. Noun, a cover, or partial cover, for the face, used for disguise or protection. Verb, to cover the face or something else, in order to conceal the identity or protect against injury. To cover with a mask or visor. Dying. Verb, to stop living, to become dead, to undergo death. Verb, to color with dye, or as if with dye. Noun, the process of approaching death, loss of life. Less precisely, death. Noun, with the, those who are currently expiring. Moribund. Adjective, approaching death, about to die. Moribund. Rune. Noun, a letter or character, belonging to the written language of various ancient Germanic peoples, especially the Scandinavians and the Anglo-Saxons. Bandages. Noun. A strip of gauze or similar material used to protect or support a wound or injury. Verb. To apply a bandage to something. Hung. Verb. To be or remain suspended. Adjective. Suspended by hanging. Profile. Noun. The outermost shape, view, or edge of an object. Verb. To create a summary or collection of information about a person, etc. Discussing. Verb. To converse or debate concerning a particular topic. Losing. Verb. To cause something to cease to be in one's possession or capability due to unfortunate or unknown circumstances, events or reasons. Noun. The process by which something is lost. A loss. Adjective. That loses or has lost. Judicial. Noun. That branch of government which is responsible for maintaining the courts of law and for the administration of justice. Adjective. Of or relating to the administration of justice. Random. Noun. A roving motion. Course without definite direction. Lack of rule or method. Chance. Adjective. Having unpredictable outcomes and, in the ideal case, all outcomes equally probable, resulting from such selection, lacking statistical correlation. Say. Noun. A chance to speak. The right or power to influence or make a decision. Verb. To pronounce. Adverb. For example, let us assume. Interjection. Used to gain someone's attention before making an inquiry or suggestion. Send. Noun. The rising motion of water as a wave passes. A surge. The upward angular displacement of a vessel. Opposed to pitch. The correlative downward movement. Noun. An operation in which data is transmitted. Verb. To make something, such as an object or message, go from one place to another. Gun. Noun. A device for projecting a hard object very forcefully. A firearm or cannon. Verb. With down. To shoot someone or something, usually with a firearm. Journalist. Noun. The keeper of a personal journal, who writes in it regularly. Concentrated. Verb. To bring to, or direct toward, a common center. To unite more closely. To gather into one body. Mass. Or force. Adjective. Not dilute. Having a high concentration. Dutch. Noun. Wife. Chestnut. Noun. A tree or shrub of the genus Castanea. Adjective. Of a deep reddish-brown color. Like that of a chestnut. Accessories. Noun. Something that belongs to part of another main thing. Something additional and subordinate. An attachment. Acrobat. Noun. An athlete who performs acts requiring skill, agility and coordination. Great. Noun. A person of major significance. Accomplishment or acclaim. Adjective. Relatively large in scale, size, extent, number, i.e. having many parts or members. Or duration, i.e. relatively long, very big. Adverb. Very well. In a very satisfactory manner. Interjection. Expression of gladness and content about something. Attachments. Noun. The act or process of, physically or figuratively, attaching. Day. Noun. Any period of 24 hours. Verb. To spend a day, in a place. Lumbering. Noun. The act of one who lumbers. Heavy, clumsy movement. Adjective. Clumsy or awkward. Attractions. Noun. The tendency to attract. Honestly. Adverb. Manner. In an honest manner. Interjection. Used to express exasperation, dismay, etc. Placed. Verb. To put, an object or person, in a specific location. Lexicographer. Noun. One who writes or compiles a dictionary. Range. Noun. A line or series of mountains, buildings, etc. Verb. To travel over, an area, etc. To roam, wander, never. Adverb, at no time, on no occasion, in no circumstance. Candles, noun, a light source consisting of a wick embedded in a solid, flammable substance such as wax, tallow, or paraffin. Verb, to observe the growth of an embryo inside an egg, using a bright light source. Clogged, verb, to block or slow passage through, often with up. Adjective, having an obstructed flow, blocked. Commandments, noun, a divinely ordained command, especially one of the 10 Commandments. Folders, noun, an organizer that papers are kept in, usually with an index tab, to be stored as a single unit in a filing cabinet. Marriage, noun, the state of being married. College, noun, a corporate group, a group of colleagues. Reserved, verb, to keep back, to retain. Adjective, slow to reveal emotion or opinions. Changeover, verb, to convert to make a transition from one system to another. Gender, noun, class, kind. Verb, to assign a gender to a person. To perceive as having a gender. To address using terms, pronouns, nouns, adjectives that express a certain gender. Noun, sound uttered by the mouth, especially by human beings in speech or song. Sound thus uttered considered as possessing some special quality or character. Cafeteria, noun, a restaurant in which customers select their food at a counter then carry it on a tray to a table. To eat. Pieces, noun, a part of a larger whole, usually in such a form that it is able to be separated from other parts. Verb, usually with together. To assemble, something real or figurative. Rains, noun, condensed water falling from a cloud. Verb, to have rain fall from the sky. Noun, a rainy season. Establishment, noun, the act of establishing, a ratifying or ordaining, settlement, confirmation. Penny, noun, in the United Kingdom and Ireland, a copper coin worth 1/240th of a pound sterling or Irish pound before decimalization. Abbreviation. D. Verb, to jam a door shut by inserting pennies between the doorframe and the door. Industrious, adjective, hardworking and persistent. Drop by, verb, to visit informally and spontaneously. Countless, adjective, too many to count, innumerable or incalculable. Complaining, verb, to express feelings of pain, dissatisfaction, or resentment. Noun, the act by which someone complains. A complaint. Sandwich, noun, a dish or foodstuff where 2 or more slices of bread serve as the wrapper or container of some other food. Verb, to place one item between 2 other, usually flat, items. Adjective, of a meal or serving size that is smaller than a dinner. Mover, noun, someone who or something that moves. Investigate, verb, to inquire into or study in order to ascertain facts or information. Cellar, noun, an enclosed underground space, often under a building, used for storage or shelter. Verb, to store in a cellar. Satisfied, verb, to do enough for, to meet the needs of, to fulfill the wishes or requirements of. Bridge, noun, a construction or natural feature that spans a divide. Verb, to be or make a bridge over something. Publicist, noun, a person whose job is to publicize information or events. A publicity agent, a public relations agent or worker. Constructors, noun, a person who, or thing that, constructs. Bedroom, noun, a room in a house where a bed is kept for sleeping. Ended, verb, to come to an end. Adjective, in combination, having a specified kind or number of ends. Cognac, noun, a brandy distilled from white wine in the region around Cognac in France. Looking, Noun, the act of one who looks, a glance. Billing. Verb, to dig, chop, etc. with a bill. Verb, to peck. Verb, to advertise by a bill or public notice. Noun, amounts billed. Cage. Noun, an enclosure made of bars, normally to hold animals. Verb, to confine in a cage. To put into and keep in a cage. Servant. Noun, one who is hired to perform regular household or other duties, and receives compensation, as opposed to a slave. Verb, to subject. Guilds. Noun, a group or association mainly of tradespeople made up of merchants, craftspeople, or artisans for mutual aid, particularly in the Middle Ages. Gain. Noun, the act of gaining, acquisition. Verb, to acquire possession of. Drop out. Verb, to leave, school, a race, etc., prematurely and voluntarily. Combining. Verb, to bring two or more things or activities together. To unite. Noun, the act by which things are combined or brought together. Spare. Noun, the act of sparing, moderation, restraint. Adjective, scant, not abundant or plentiful. Handbag. Noun, mainly Commonwealth, a small bag used by women, or sometimes by men, for carrying various small personal items. Verb, figuratively, to hit with a handbag. To attack verbally or subject to criticism. Used of Margaret Thatcher. Environmentalist. Noun, one who holds the view that environment, rather than heredity or culture, is the primary factor in the development of an individual or group. Adjective, of, or relating to environmentalism. Composing. Verb, to make something by merging parts. Campaign. Noun, a series of operations undertaken to achieve a set goal. Verb, to take part in a campaign. Campaign. Noun, a series of operations undertaken to achieve a set goal. Verb, to take part in a campaign. Adrenaline. Noun, epinephrine, the hormone and neurotransmitter. Still. Noun, a period of calm or silence. Adjective, not moving, calm. Adverb, without motion. Photographer. Noun, one who takes photographs, typically as an occupation. Negative. Noun, refusal or withholding of assents. Prohibition. Veto. Verb, to refuse. To veto. Adjective, not positive nor neutral. Interjection. Signaling. An elaborate synonym for no. Far. Adjective, distant, remote in space. Adverb, to, from or over a great distance in space, time or other extent. Priest. Noun, a religious clergyman, clergywoman, clergyperson, who is trained to perform services or sacrifices at a church or temple. Verb, to ordain as a priest. Paintings. Noun, an illustration or artwork done with the use of paint. Bad. Noun, error, mistake. Adjective, unfavorable. Negative, not good. Adverb, badly. Modern. Noun, someone who lives in modern times. Adjective, pertaining to a current or recent time and style. Not ancient. Persuade. Verb, to successfully convince someone. To agree to, accept, or do something, usually through reasoning and verbal influence. Bear. Noun, a large omnivorous mammal, related to the dog and raccoon, having shaggy hair, a very small tail, and flat feet, a member of family Ursidae. Verb, to endeavor to depress the price of, or prices in. Adjective, investments. Characterized by declining prices in securities markets or by belief that the prices will fall. Computing. Verb, to reckon or calculate. Noun, the process or act of calculation. Died. Verb, to stop living, to become dead, to undergo death. Verb, to color with dye, or as if with dye. Interval. Noun, a distance in space. Daily. Noun. Something that is produced, consumed, used, or done every day. Verb. To drive an automobile frequently. On a daily basis. For regular and mundane tasks. Adjective. That occurs every day, or at least every working day. Conviction. Noun. A firmly held belief. Copy. Noun. The result of copying. An identical duplicate of an original. Verb. To produce an object identical to a given object. Riddle. Noun. A verbal puzzle, mystery, or other problem of an intellectual nature. Verb. To speak ambiguously or enigmatically. Restrict. Verb. To restrain within boundaries, to limit, to confine. Adjective. Restricted. Knit. Noun. A knitted garment. Verb. To turn thread or yarn into a piece of fabric by forming loops that are pulled through each other. This can be done by hand with needles or by machine. Man. Noun. An adult male human. Interjection. Used to place emphasis upon something or someone. Sometimes, but not always, when actually addressing a man. Seamless. Adjective. Having no seams. Earn. Verb. To gain success, reward, recognition, through applied effort or work. Allergy. Noun. A disorder of the immune system causing adverse reactions to substances. Allergens. Not harmful to most and marked by the body's production of histamines and associated with atopy. Anaphylaxis. An asthma. Ice. Noun. Water in frozen, solid, form. Verb. To cool with ice, as a beverage. Podcasts. Noun. An audio program produced on a regular basis. Delivered over the internet in a compressed digital format and designed for playback on computers. Or portable digital audio players. Such as the iPod. Verb. To deliver. An audio program. Over the internet on a regular basis. Armed. Verb. To take by the arm. To take up in one's arms. Verb. To supply with armor. Later especially. Weapons. Adjective. Sometimes in combination. Equipped. Especially with a weapon. Enter. Noun. The enter key on a computer keyboard. Verb. To go or come into an enclosed or partially enclosed space. Feedback. Noun. Critical assessment of a process or activity or of their results. Verb. To generate the high-frequency sound by allowing a speaker to cause vibration of the sound. Generator of a musical instrument connected by an amplifier to the speaker. Meticulous. Adjective. Characterized by very precise, conscientious attention to details. Craft. Noun. Strength, power, might, force. Verb. To make by hand and with much skill. Legacy. Noun. Money or property bequeathed to someone in a will. Adjective. Left over from the past. No longer current. Preposition. Before. Something significant. Festival. Noun. An event or community gathering. Usually staged by a local community. Which centers on some theme. Sometimes on some unique aspect of the community. Adjective. Pertaining to a feast or feast day. Now only as the noun used attributively. Capsized. Verb. To overturn. Interviews. Noun. An official face-to-face meeting of monarchs or other important figures. Verb. To ask questions of somebody. To have an interview. Advisor. Noun. One who offers advice. Life. Noun. The state of organisms preceding their death. Characterized by biological processes such as metabolism and reproduction and distinguishing them from inanimate objects. The state of being alive and living. Prescribe. Verb. To order. A drug or medical device. For use by a particular patient. Under licensed authority. Driver. Noun. One who drives something, in any sense of the verb to drive. Board. Noun. A relatively long, wide and thin piece of any material. Usually wood or similar. often for use in construction or furniture making. Verb, to step or climb onto or otherwise enter a ship, aircraft, train or other conveyance. Refill, noun, a filling after the first. Blooming, verb, to cause to blossom, to make flourish. Noun, the act by which something blooms. Adjective, opening and blossoms. Flowering, adverb, often followed by well, bloody, bleeding, extremely. Herself, pronoun, reflexive pronoun. Her, the female object of a verb or preposition that also appears as the subject. Rocket, noun, a rocket engine. Verb, to accelerate swiftly and powerfully. Picnic, noun, an informal social gathering, usually in a natural outdoor setting, to which the participants bring their own food and drink. Verb, to take part in a picnic. Provocation, noun, the act of provoking, inciting or annoying someone into doing something. Moreover, adverb, in addition to what has been said, furthermore, additionally. Fly, noun, any insect of the order Diptera, characterized by having 2 wings, except for some wingless species, also called true flies. Payment, noun, the act of paying. Emergency, noun, a situation which poses an immediate risk and which requires urgent attention. Innovative, adjective, characterized by the creation of new ideas or inventions. Rose, noun, a shrub of the genus Rosa, with red, pink, white or yellow flowers. Verb, to make rose-colored, to redden or flush. Adjective, having a purplish red or pink color. See rosy. Belongings, noun, the feeling that one belongs. Pretty, noun, a pretty person, a term of address to a pretty person. Verb, to make pretty, to beautify. Adjective, pleasant to the sight or other senses. Attractive, especially of women or children, but less strikingly than something beautiful. Adverb, somewhat, fairly, quite, sometimes also. By meiosis, very. Machinist, noun, a constructor of machines and engines, one versed in the principles of machines. Shrink, noun, shrinkage, contraction, recoil. Verb, to cause to become smaller. Safely, adverb, in a safe manner, without risk, using caution above all else. Salary, noun, a fixed amount of money paid to a worker, usually calculated on a monthly or annual basis, not hourly, as wages, implies a degree of professionalism and/or autonomy. Verb, to pay on the basis of a period of a week or longer, especially to convert from another form of compensation. Adjective, saline, 14th, noun, the person or thing in the 14th position. Adjective, the ordinal form of the number 14. Cage, noun, an enclosure made of bars, normally to hold animals. Verb, to confine in a cage, to put into and keep in a cage. Brace, noun, armor for the arm. Vambrace, verb, to prepare for something bad, such as an impact or blow. Scrape, noun, a broad, shallow injury left by scraping, rather than a cut or a scratch. Verb, to draw, an object, especially a sharp or angular one, along something, while exerting pressure. Conducted, verb, to lead, or guide, to escort. Faster, adjective, firmly or securely fixed in place. Stable, adverb, in a firm or secure manner. Securely, in such a way as not to be moved. Safe, sound. Remembered, verb, to reconstitute or reassemble that which has been dismembered. Verb, to recall from one's memory. To have an image in one's memory. Pager, noun, a wireless telecommunications device that receives text or voice messages. Parcels, noun, a package wrapped for shipment. Verb, to wrap something up into the form of a package. Noun, Plural. A parcels train. Normally carrying nothing but parcels. Negotiator. Noun. One who negotiates. Presenter. Noun. Someone who presents a broadcast program. A compere or master of ceremonies. Providers. Noun. One who, or that which, provides a service, commodity, or the means for subsistence. Smoke. Noun. The visible vapor, gases, and fine particles given off by burning or smoldering material. Adjective. Of the color known as smoke. Disapprove. Verb. To condemn. To consider wrong or inappropriate. Used with of. Province. Noun. A region of the earth or of a continent. A district or country. Generalization. Noun. The formulation of general concepts from specific instances by abstracting common properties. Cheer. Noun. A cheerful attitude. Happiness. A good, happy, or positive mood. Verb. To gladden. To make cheerful. Often with up. Sauna. Noun. A room or a house designed for heat sessions. Verb. To use a sauna. Loops. Noun. A length of thread, line or rope that is doubled over to make an opening. Verb. To form something into a loop. Noun. A mass of iron in a pasty condition gathered into a ball for the tilthammer or rolls. Gender. Noun. Class. Kind. Verb. To assign a gender to a person. To perceive as having a gender. To address using terms. Pronouns. Nouns. Adjectives. That express a certain gender. Noun. Sound uttered by the mouth. Especially by human beings in speech or song. Sound thus uttered considered as possessing some special quality or character. Heavy. Noun. A villain or bad guy. The one responsible for evil or aggressive acts. Verb. Often with up. To make heavier. Adjective. Of a physical object. Having great weight. Adverb. In a heavy manner. Weightily. Heavily. Gravely. Alley. Noun. A narrow street or passageway. Especially one through the middle of a block giving access to the rear of lots or buildings. Cut. Noun. The act of cutting. Verb. Heading. To incise. To cut into the surface of something. Adjective. Participial adjective. Having been cut. Confront. Verb. To stand or meet facing. Especially in competition. Hostility or defiance. To come face to face with. Capitals. Noun. Already produced durable goods available for use as a factor of production. Such as steam shovels. Equipment. And office buildings. Structures. Peace. Noun. A state of tranquility. Quiet. And harmony. Absence of violence. For instance. A state free from civil disturbance. Verb. To make peace. To put at peace. To be at peace. Interjection. Shut up. Silence. Be quiet. Be silent. Font. Noun. A receptacle in a church for holy water, especially one used in baptism. Doorbell. Noun. A device on or adjacent to an outer door for announcing one's presence. It can be mechanical, directly sounding a bell, or a button that electrically sounds a chime or buzzer inside the building. Verb. To ring many doorbells in an effort to contact people and thereby spread information or solicit. Holiday. Noun. A day on which a festival, religious event, or national celebration is traditionally observed. Verb. To take a period of time away from work or study. Kept. Verb. To continue in a course or mode of action. Not to intermit or fall from. To uphold or maintain. Cynical. Adjective. Of or relating to the belief that human actions are motivated only or primarily by base desires or selfishness. Chewed. Verb. To crush with the teeth by repeated closing and opening of the jaws. Done to food to soften it and break it down by the action of saliva before it is swallowed. Adjective. That has been chewed. Masticated. Blame. Noun, censure. Lying. Verb, to rest in a horizontal position on a surface. Verb, to give false information intentionally with intent to deceive. Noun, the act of one who lies or keeps low to the ground. Laser. Noun, a device that produces a monochromatic, coherent beam of light. Verb, to cut with a laser. Benefit. Noun, an advantage, help or aid from something. Verb, to be or to provide a benefit to. Appeared. Verb, to come or be in sight, to be in view, to become visible. Gaps. Noun, an opening in anything made by breaking or parting. Verb, to notch, as a sword or knife. Noun, an elected head of a Gawag in Bhutan. O. Noun, an utterance of O, a spoken expression of surprise, acknowledgement, etc. Verb, to utter the interjection O, to express surprise, etc. Interjection, expression of surprise. Plans. Noun, a drawing showing technical details of a building, machine, etc., with unwanted details omitted, and often using symbols rather than detailed drawing to represent doors, valves, etc. Verb, to design a building, machine, etc. Cover. Noun, a lid. Verb, to place something over or upon, as to conceal or protect. Adjective, of or pertaining to the front cover of a book or magazine. Reading. Verb, to look at and interpret letters or other information that is written. Noun, the process of interpreting written language. Forester. Noun, a person who practices forestry. Chairs. Noun, an item of furniture used to sit on or in, comprising a seat, legs, back, and sometimes arm rests, for use by one person. Compare stool, couch, sofa, settee, loveseat and bench. Verb, to act as chairperson at, to preside over. Noun, a chairman or chairwoman, someone who presides over a meeting, board, etc. Noun, a chair-like device used for performing execution by electrocution. Blacksmith. Noun, a person who forges iron. Verb, to work as a blacksmith. Sport. Noun, any activity that uses physical exertion or skills competitively under a set of rules that is not based on aesthetics. Verb, to amuse oneself. To play. Ministry. Noun, government department, at the administrative level normally headed by a minister, or equivalent rank, e.g. Secretary of State, who holds it as portfolio, especially in a constitutional monarchy, but also as a polity. Hard-working. Adjective, of a person, taking their work seriously and doing it well and rapidly. Stomach. Noun, an organ in animals that stores food in the process of digestion. Verb, to tolerate something, emotionally, physically, or mentally. To stand or handle something. Defend. Verb, to ward off attacks against, to fight, to protect, to guard. Additionally. Adverb, by way of addition, in addition to, also. Shrimp. Noun, any of many swimming, often edible crustaceans, chiefly of the infraorder Caridia or the suborder Dendrobranchiata, with slender legs, long whiskers and a long abdomen. Verb, to fish for shrimp. Pardon. Noun, forgiveness for an offense. Verb, to forgive a person. Interjection, often used when someone does not understand what another person says. Scientist. Noun, one whose activities make use of the scientific method to answer questions regarding the measurable universe. A scientist may be involved in original research, or make use of the results of the research of others. Challenges. Noun, a confrontation, a dare. Verb, to invite someone to take part in a competition. Nervous. Adjective, of sinews and tendons. Continue. Noun, an option allowing a gamer to resume play after game over, when all lives have been lost. Verb, to proceed with, doing an activity, to prolong an activity. Discrimination. Noun, discernment, the act of discriminating, discerning, distinguishing, noting or perceiving differences between things, with intent to understand rightly and make correct decisions. Anyway. Adverb, regardless, anyhow. Near. Noun, the left side of a horse or of a team of horses pulling a carriage, etc. Verb, to come closer to approach. Adjective, physically close. Adverb, at or towards a position close in space or time. Preposition, physically close to, in close proximity to. Contrary. Noun, the opposite. Verb, to oppose, to frustrate. Adjective, opposite, in an opposite direction, in opposition. Adverse. Adverb, contrarily. Environmental. Adjective, pertaining to the environment. Gets. Noun, offspring. Verb, detransitive, to obtain, to acquire. Noun, a get. Puts. Noun, a right to sell something at a predetermined price. Verb, to place something somewhere. Noun, an idiot, a foolish person, a duffer. Noun, a prostitute. Cardiologist. Noun, a physician who specializes in medical problems related to the heart. Join. Noun, an intersection of piping or wiring. An interconnect. Verb, to connect or combine into one. To put together. Cheated. Verb, to violate rules in order to gain advantage from a situation. Adjective, having been deceived. Rich. Verb, to enrich. Adjective, wealthy, having a lot of money and possessions. Laughing. Verb, to show mirth, satisfaction, or derision, by peculiar movement of the muscles of the face, particularly of the mouth, causing a lighting up of the face and eyes, and usually accompanied by the emission of explosive or chuckling sounds from the chest and throat. To indulge in laughter. Noun, the action of the verb to laugh. Refills. Noun, a filling after the first. Verb, to fill up once again. Regrets. Noun, emotional pain on account of something done or experienced in the past, with a wish that it had been different. A looking back with dissatisfaction or with longing. Verb, to feel sorry about a thing that has or has not happened. After think, to wish that a thing had not happened, that something else had happened instead. Cope. Verb, to deal effectively with something, especially if difficult. Diagram. Noun, a plan, drawing, sketch or outline to show how something works, or show the relationships between the parts of a whole. Verb, to represent or indicate something using a diagram. Cries. Noun, a shedding of tears, the act of crying. Verb, to shed tears, to weep. Practice. Noun, repetition of an activity to improve a skill. Verb, to repeat an activity as a way of improving one's skill in that activity. Disconnected. Verb, to sever or interrupt a connection. Adjective, that is no longer connected. Past. Verb, to change place. Adjective, that has passed beyond a certain point, chiefly in set collocations. Compatibility. Noun, the state of being compatible, in which two or more things are able to exist or work together in combination without problems or conflict. Charter. Noun, a document issued by some authority, creating a public or private institution, and defining its purposes and privileges. Verb, to grant or establish a charter. Adjective, leased or hired. Silly. Noun, a silly person. Adjective, laughable or amusing through foolishness or a foolish appearance. Adverb, sillily, in a silly manner. Sky. Noun, the atmosphere above a given point, especially as visible from the ground during the day. Verb, to hit, kick or throw a ball extremely high. Noun. A vibrant light blue color, like that of the sky on a fine day. Outstanding. Verb. To resist effectually. Withstand. Sustain without yielding. Adjective. Prominent or noticeable. Standing out from others. Cruel. Verb. To spoil or ruin one's chance of success. Adjective. Intentionally causing or reveling in pain and suffering. Merciless. Heartless. Adverb. To a great degree. Terribly. Principle. Noun. The money originally invested or loaned, on which basis interest and returns are calculated. Adjective. Primary. Most important. First level in importance. Latest. Adjective. Near the end of a period of time. Adverb. After a deadline has passed. Past a designated time. Noun. The most recent thing, particularly information or news. Boot. Noun. A heavy shoe that covers part of the leg. Verb. To kick. Audiences. Noun. A group of people within hearing. Specifically, a large gathering of people listening to or watching a performance, speech, etc. Stereotypes. Noun. A conventional, formulaic, and often oversimplified or exaggerated conception, opinion, or image of a person. Prefers. Verb. To be in the habit of choosing something rather than something else. To favor. To like better. Driver. Noun. One who drives something, in any sense of the verb to drive. Hiked. Verb. To take a long walk for pleasure or exercise. Logistics. Noun. A logistic function or graph of a logistic curve. Positive. Noun. A thing capable of being affirmed. Something real or actual. Adjective. Not negative or neutral. Embarrassment. Noun. A state of discomfort arising from bashfulness or consciousness of having violated a social rule. Humiliation. Fat. Noun. A specialized animal tissue with a high oil content, used for long-term storage of energy. Verb. To make fat. To fatten. Adjective. Carrying more fat than usual on one's body. Plump. Not lean or thin. Adjective. Originally African American Vernacular English. Excellent. Cool. Very good. Flying. Verb. To hit a fly ball. To hit a fly ball that is caught for an out. Compare ground. Verb. And line. Verb. Verb. To travel through the air. Another gas or a vacuum. Without being in contact with a grounded surface. Adjective. That flies or can fly. Governor. Noun. The chief executive officer of a first-level division of a country. Challenge. Noun. A confrontation. A dare. Verb. To invite someone to take part in a competition. Get. Noun. Offspring. Verb. Detransitive. To obtain. To acquire. Billing. Verb. To dig, chop, etc. with a bill. Verb. To peck. Verb. To advertise by a bill or public notice. Noun. Amounts billed. Paints. Noun. A substance that is applied as a liquid or paste, and dries into a solid coating that protects or adds color to an object or surface to which it has been applied. Verb. To apply paint to. Amusement. Noun. Entertainment. Natives. Noun. An aboriginal inhabitant of a region colonized by English-speaking people. In particular. Noun. A person who is native to a place. A person who was born in a place. Mad. Verb. To be or become mad. Adjective. Insane. Crazy. Mentally deranged. Adverb. Intensifier. To a large degree. Extremely. Exceedingly. Very. Unbelievably. Palace. Noun. Official residence of a head of state or other dignitary, especially in a monarchical or imperial governmental system. Verb. To decorate or ornate. Orders. Noun. Arrangement, disposition, or sequence. Verb. To set in some sort of order. Democratic. Adjective. Pertaining to democracy. favoring democracy, are constructed upon the principle of government by the people. Cover. Noun. A lid. Verb. To place something over or upon, as to conceal or protect. Adjective. Of or pertaining to the front cover of a book or magazine. Knight. Noun. A young servant or follower, a trained military attendant in service of a lord. Estate. Noun. The collective property and liabilities of someone, especially a deceased person. Verb. To give an estate to. Adjective. Jewelry. Previously owned. Secondhand. Smoothies. Noun. A smooth-talking person. Dry. Noun. The process by which something is dried. Verb. To lose moisture. Adjective. Free from or lacking moisture. Peer. Noun. A look. A glance. Verb. To look with difficulty, or as if searching for something. Star. Noun. Any small luminous dot appearing in the cloudless portion of the night sky, especially with a fixed location relative to other such dots. Verb. To appear as a featured performer or headliner, especially in an entertainment program. Sales. Noun. A hall. Noun. An exchange of goods or services for currency or credit. Noun. The activities involved in selling goods or services. Performed. Verb. To do something, to execute. Backpack. Noun. A knapsack, sometimes mounted on a light frame, but always supported by straps, worn on a person's back for the purpose of carrying things, especially when hiking, or on a student's back when carrying books. Verb. To hike and camp overnight in backcountry with one's gear carried in a backpack. Sin. Noun. A violation of God's will or religious law. Verb. To commit a sin. Area. Noun. A measure of the extent of a surface. It is measured in square units. Exhibition. Noun. An instance of exhibiting, or something exhibited. Distractions. Noun. Something that distracts. Reminds. Verb. To cause one to experience a memory of someone or something. To bring to the notice or consideration of a person. March. Noun. A formal, rhythmic way of walking, used especially by soldiers, bands and in ceremonies. Verb. To walk with long, regular strides, as a soldier does. Brace. Noun. Armor for the arm. Vambrace. Verb. To prepare for something bad, such as an impact or blow. Loving. Verb. Usually transitive, sometimes intransitive. Stative. To have a strong affection for someone or something. Verb. To praise. Commend. Noun. The action of the verb to love. Adjective. Expressing a large amount of love to other people. Affectionate. Mostly. Adverb. Mainly or chiefly, for the most part, usually, generally, on the whole. Murmur. Noun. Any low, indistinct sound, like that of running water. Verb. To grumble. To complain in a low, muttering voice, or express discontent at or against someone or something. Baker. Noun. A person who bakes and sells bread, cakes and similar items. Aim. Noun. The pointing of a weapon, as a gun, a dart, or an arrow, or object, in the line of direction with the object intended to be struck. The line of fire. The direction of anything, such as a spear, a blow, a discourse, a remark, towards a particular point or object, with a view to strike or affect it. Verb. To point or direct a missile, or a weapon which propels as missile, towards an object or spot with the intent of hitting it. Hosted. Verb. To perform the role of a host. Pole. Noun. Originally, a stick. Now specifically, a long and slender piece of metal or, especially, wood, used for various construction or support purposes. Verb. To propel by pushing with poles. To push with a pole. Leak. Noun. A crack, crevice, fissure, or hole which admits water or other fluid. or lets it escape. Verb, to allow fluid or gas to pass through an opening that should be sealed. Adjective, leaky, changed. Verb, to become something different. Genius. Noun, someone possessing extraordinary intelligence or skill, especially somebody who has demonstrated this by a creative or original work in science, music, art, etc. Adjective, ingenious, brilliant, very clever, or original. Muttering. Verb, to utter words, especially complaints or angry expressions, indistinctly or with a low voice and lips partly closed. To say under one's breath. Noun, something that is muttered. Mistress. Noun, a woman, specifically one with great control, authority or ownership. Verb, of a woman, to master, to learn or develop to a high degree of proficiency. Opposite. Noun, something opposite or contrary to something else. Adjective, located directly across from something else, or from each other. Adverb, in an opposite position. Preposition, facing, or across from. Soccer. Noun, association football. Verb, to kick the football directly off the ground, without using one's hands. Put forward. Verb, to propose for consideration. Financing. Verb, to conduct, or procure money for, financial operations. Manage finances. Noun, a transaction that provides funds for a business. Hides. Verb, to put something in a place where it will be harder to discover or out of sight. Noun, the skin of an animal. Verb, to beat with a whip made from hide. Noun, a unit of land and tax assessment of varying size, originally as intended to support one household with dependents. Popcorn. Noun, a snack food made from corn, maize kernels popped by dry heating. Verb, of a guinea pig, to stand up or jump up quickly. Flu. Noun, chiefly plural, the thick, dangling upper lip of certain breeds of dog, or the canine equivalent of the upper lip. Places. Noun, physical, an area, somewhere within an area. Verb, to put an object or person in a specific location. Manicurist. Noun, a person who performs manicures. Element. Noun, one of the simplest or essential parts or principles of which anything consists, or upon which the constitution or fundamental powers of anything are based. Verb, to compound of elements. Copies. Noun, the result of copying, an identical duplicate of an original. Verb, to produce an object identical to a given object. Fever. Noun, a higher than normal body temperature of a person, or, generally, a mammal, usually caused by disease. Verb, to put into a fever, to affect with fever. Powder. Noun, the fine particles which are the result of reducing dry substance by pounding, grinding, or triturating, or the result of decay. Dust. Verb, to reduce to fine particles, to pound, grind, or rub into a powder. Noun, a very pale blue color. Noun, freshly fallen, uncompacted snow, especially in the context of alpine skiing. Reduced. Verb, to bring down the size, quantity, quality, value or intensity of something. To diminish, to lower. Adjective, made smaller or less, having undergone reduction.